What's up, geometry kids? Today we are looking at 8-2 special right triangles. This is my 80th movie special. Okay, maybe I should draw a train that explodes. Remember the first ones? Never mind. Okay. Basically what we're going to talk about is something that's just all over the ACT. If you take pre-calc, trig, calculus, it's going to come up all over the place as well. It's something you can't avoid. It's two special triangles. One's called the 45-45-90, or the isosceles right triangle, because you have two equal sides. What it is every triangle that's a right triangle, that's a 45-45, means 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, has the same side proportions. Okay, if this side's S, this side's S, and this side's S square root 2. Your hypotenuse is just square root 2 times a leg. Saves you time. So for example, if I call this side 3, this side's 3, this side's 3 square root 2. Okay, that's all there is to it. You see this a lot if you have a square. They give you the diagonal, right? Because that means that's 45, 45. There you go, square cut by diagonal. Let's take a look at this beast. What's the length of hypotenuse with each leg being 5 root 3? Okay, so we draw our 45, 45, 90 triangle. It's 5 root 3. I know if this is x, then this is x, and this is x root 2. Well, I know 5 square root 3 is my x, so I change this into 5 square root 3 times square root 2, because it's my x. Do you guys remember what we can do next? Well, that's 5 times square root of 6. You can combine these two guys, because they're both under the same radical. And we're actually done. A lot quicker using Pythagorean theorem, huh? Nah? Disagree, please. Just nod your head and we'll move on. Have you done it yet? Just nod your head. Okay. Now they give you the length of the hypotenuse. Very interesting. Let's take a look at this. Draw our 45, 45, doesn't matter. Hypotenuse is 10. Well, I know if this is hypotenuse, then this is x, and this is x, right? So now I have to solve for x. 10 equals 10, or x square root of 2. Divide both sides by square root of 2. 10 over root 2 equals x. But now I gotta get rid of that square root of 2 from my denominator. So I multiply it by root 2 over root 2. And remember, square root 2 times square root 2 is 2. 10 times square root 2. Right? 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 5 root 2 is my final answer. Okay? Another triangle. This one's 30, 60, 90. What it is the side opposite your 30 is x, or x. Side opposite your 60 is s square root of 3. And the side opposite your 90 is 2 times the length of your shortest leg. Okay? Think about it this way. This one's square root 2 because there's 2 equal sides. This one's square root 3 because there's 3 different sides. Okay? I know it's kind of tough to remember, but the more you do it, you'll get used to it. Okay? So what this means is if this side's 5, side's 10, it's 5 times 2. And this side would be 5 square root of 3. Let's plug in 5 for my s. Okay, let's take a look at this beast. Well, we have a 36-9 triangle. So I know if this is x, it's 2x. It's x root 3. Okay. The longest side, hypotenuse 2x, shortest side x. The one in between is x squared root 3. Okay. So I have to solve for my x on this one. Divide both sides by 2. Get x equals 3. Well, that was pretty easy actually. And this side would actually be 3 root 3 if you want to get fancy. Just plug it in your x. An artisan makes pendants in the shape of equilateral triangles. By the way, if you didn't realize, if I were to extend this out, I'd have an equilateral triangle. This is used a lot to find the height of equilateral triangles, like so. The height of each pendant is 18 millimeters. Find the length of each side to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we're going to have to do some rounding. Okay. Equilaterals are 60, 60, and 60 up here. But now what's happening to this 60? Well, it's getting split in half by an altitude, which makes this a 90. So I have a 30, 60, 90. So I know my short side, if it's x, then my long side's 2x, and my medium side is x root 3. So I have to solve for my x on this one. Okay. So I do 18 equals x root 3. So I divide both sides by square root of 3. This time I just plug in my calculator because I can round. I get about 10.4. But now I have to plug it into 2x to get my length, which gives us about 20.8 millimeters. And we're done. Okay. These don't have a lot of work, but there's a lot of thought. Think about that. Enjoy.